with the team there at Canvas. For those who might not be aware, what is Canvas?
So Canvas is an independent gallery owned by two gentlemen, David and James, who are just wonderful. And basically we're on 3 floors. It's one of the biggest independent galleries in Wales, mainly contemporary artists. So artists from most of the artists are from Wales, but artists from all over the UK as well. And yeah, we just kind of bring the best of Welsh art to West Wales. And we try and bring artists through who might be part-time, might be starting out on their career. We're always on the lookout for new artists, so we've introduced quite a few artists that are now established and are now full-time professional artists as well, making a living out of it. So yeah, that's the aim of the gallery.
And then where are you situated actually in Cardigan? I think I missed that.
So yeah, if you've been to Cardigan before, you go up the hill, and obviously we've got the Cardigan Castle on the right-hand side of the hill. So directly opposite, there is a turn-in to go down and park at the bottom. We're a very large building called Manchester House, and we've got one side of that building, and we've got 3 areas in that. So it's a really large space. So it's a really impressive. It was an old draper's shop. So the Manchester House being from the cotton from the kind of mid-19th century, when it was kind of being exported and imported. So it's the provenance of the cotton. That's what. So it's amazing stairs. When you go in, there are these staircases. The staircase that goes up, and it's all hand-turned spindles, and then it goes off to the side. So it's really, really beautiful. Really, really beautiful building. So yeah, it's quite we get a lot of people coming from holiday who stay, obviously Forest we've got, and all these great places, and Cliff Hotel and everywhere. And so we've got loads of people who kind of stay in Cardigan who've never been before, and they come in the gallery because they see it and they think it's something to do, especially on a wet day. And then they're just like running up and down stairs going, oh my God, I wasn't expecting this. Oh my God, oh my God, this is amazing. Oh my God. So it's important. It's that kind of soft power, that Wales doesn't celebrate, the art that we have. And we've got some top artists. So it's a lovely place to work. So I'm very lucky.
And of course, we're steeped in history throughout, through poetry, through language, through landscape, and through the animals and the weather and the colours.
Yeah.
We are blessed with so much, not just only here in Southwest Wales, but throughout the whole of Wales. And you take artists from everywhere. The landscape of what we get to enjoy and interpret through art is quite incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I'm lucky enough. I work there, and I'm a painter as well. And most of my paintings, personally, are from walking Poppet Sands and kind of the memories of Poppet, and getting that kind of into the gallery. And we try and express that. So at the moment, we've got a fantastic exhibition of 2 solo artists, Colin Davies and Steve Brockett, and we kind of brought them together as a kind of under the heading. Where the Land Carries Us, which is and it's basically Colin paints pictures. He's from Caerphilly, but he comes down here a lot with family and everything. So he's kind of painted the coastline all around here, and it's his kind of experience, and it's really kind of vibrant colours, rough seas. And then he's also got Banai Brycheiniog, he's because he can go up there, and he's painted that as well. And then Steve Brockett, so he's an Abergavenny artist that we brought to West Wales, and he lived out in Spain for a bit, and his work is kind of, he creates it as he's painting. He doesn't quite know what he's going to paint, though there is a theme. You can see it's kind of feels a bit folklorish, a bit. It's got all those kind of things coming in. So this exhibition at the moment is very much a response to how those 2 artists see Wales, and and see this area as well. And it's these 2 different perspectives coming in, which is really lovely. You go from downstairs where you're much more enclosed with all the landscape and everything, and then you go upstairs and it's like this kind of spiritual, magical place upstairs where you feel kind of the language coming in, and what you do in both instances.
That's so cool.
And then next month we've got a completely different exhibition again. We've got Eloise Govia, who's like she was called the new Cuffin Williams a few years ago, and she paints very bright. So we've got a show called Impasto, and Michael Monaghan, who's from Swansea area. So they're coming in, and they both paint impasto, so it's like almost like these 3D gorgeous textured paintings. And then we go in then into the summer, we've got this amazing Eisteddfod exhibition coming.
Yeah, we're very fortunate that the Eisteddfod is going to be on both our doorsteps, both us
Yes,
down here where
I
we're in
know.
Haverfordwest, your
Yeah.
Cardigan. So we're looking
Yeah,
up, you're
yeah.
looking down, and in between the two, there's going to be this, well, the largest traveling cultural festival in Europe.
I
And
know.
you help support it through Canvas.
Yes, yes. So the gallery has donated the prize money for. So a Claire Calf is this amazing competition, opens to artists who've got any kind of Welsh connection, whether you're living in Wales or born Wales. So and you can enter in March. And it's very much kind of still very much Welsh language competition, but through art. You don't have to be a Welsh speaker to enter it. And then the winner, it's really prestigious prize. So the gallery is actually sponsoring it this year, the prize for the gold medal winner. One of the things, because obviously we've got Cardigan Castle opposite us, and Cardigan Castle was the home of the first Eisteddfod, so that's like 850 years ago. And we've got Mark Rees, you need to try and get on as well onto the show. He's doing working with local people in Small World Theatre, and they're doing a huge event in June to celebrate 850 years since the first Eisteddfod. So one of the things we've looked at is gold medal winners over the past, well, since it started, and we've gone back and asked as many as we could if they would show their work in the gallery whilst the Eisteddfod's on, so that we'll have a kind of reference, hopefully a photograph with their bio, which shows what says a little bit about what they won, when they won it, you know, whether it was 92 or where it was in Wrexham or wherever it was, and then what they're doing now. And, you know, basically it's kind of a little push, because it's kind of one of those things that personally, when I helped set up the gallery 6 years ago, and one of the big things I wanted then was a Claire Kelf, the gold medal. So we're calling the exhibition Air. And so I would like there to be somewhere in Wales where there were permanent pieces by these artists. And the big push that really made this thing happen is I hope you come up to Craft Festival Wales in September when it's here in the castle, because it is it's like world-class crafters come from all over the UK. And they show in Marquee. It's Sarah James runs it. So and she basically runs the big festivals out in Bovey Tracy and out in different places in England. Highly respected. They're just like Frieze or the Affordable Art Fair, but for craft. So that's on in the castle, and we'd had a chat to Sarah, and Sarah was like so buzzing, because that's what she's like. And she was like, well, there's a Claire Calf, and in a Claire Calf you've got the gold fine art winners and you've gold craft winners. So she was like, right, I'm going to approach the craft winners and I'm going to get them to make something. So she's approached I think it's about 8 craft gold medal winners. We've got about 14, 15 fine art winners, and we're just going to have this epic, it is going to be an epic show of, you know, Wales's top artists who've won the prizes since like 1990s. I think one from 1980. So cool. Yeah, and Claire's Claire was the person I work with, but Sarah's just really pushing all of this, and has just suddenly went, as soon as we got her on board, it's like, okay, this is happening. That's
amazing.
But it's and Susie Park, then she's got in, who'll curate the craft bit of it, and then we're curating the fine art section. So we've got massive names like Brendan Burns's piece, Shani Rhys James's piece, you know, Ewan Balla. We've got all these different people. Ankara Pierce, who won it recently, you know, she's coming in. She does this amazing metal that kind of bends and everything. So it's just, and Karen James, who's just Karen Evans, sorry, who's just had work purchased by the National Library of Wales. So It is going to be quite a travel to special.
Yeah. I think Canvas and Cardigan. Gina.
Cardigan. Yeah.
It's just, I can just feel the excitement, and this is just going to be so prestigious as well for you know, the small town of Cardigan, which is just going to be bursting with all this talent.
We're chatting to the other, because basically we know everyone goes to the mice and everyone kind of will stay on the mice for a few days, but some people will be embedded there, and that's where they are. But other people, after a few days, we hope they'll kind of come to the town and explore the town. And one of the things we're actually doing is we're doing an opening the night before the Eisteddfod on the Friday, and we're hoping to get, well, we're talking to other stall shops in the town, and what we want to do is have a kind of late night openings with music and with everything kind of going on. So there's lots of ideas for different things, and also, you know, then working also with the Clare Kelf. You know, we've offered our kind of manpower to help hang things up there when that's on. And speaking yesterday, Catherine Gwynn, who's like the most amazing artist, textiles artist, and, you know, a cultural artist with words and everything with Welsh language, she's creating a sculpture garden up at the Eisteddfod as well. So we're putting some pieces. We've got artists we've helped and worked with her, because basically in a Clare Kelf you've got to win to get in. You get chosen and then there's a winner. With the sculpture garden, then they've gone out and picked. But yeah, it's gonna be good. And they've got, sorry,
if we're watching this now or listening to this now and we want to find out more and just stay up to date, because it sounds like your calendar is full to the brim. Where's the best place that we can find information about Canfas and all these different events you've got coming up between now and September?
Yeah, www. I always like doing that because it's like Gavin and Stacey, isn't it? Canfas.co.uk. If you go on there, you've got basically we run things through on the homepage. Got really, really good website, and then if you go in on exhibitions, all these things are coming up. Our newsletter, you can join. We don't bombard people with the newsletter, we just send out when we've got exhibitions, but we will be sending out for this. We're a little bit worried, we're talking with Sarah, that there might be so many people that want to come to the opening. We might have to ticket that, but we're not 100% sure about that. But that won't be paid ticket. We've done it in the past when we worked with the Crofts Festival. We've done kind of free ticketing, but yeah, if it goes the way it sounded like it's going, we might have to do that, so we just take the right numbers through the gallery. But the Craft Festival, we can get up to 200 people a day in the gallery opposite coming through. So, and you think they've got thousands and thousands going there. It's massive for the town.
Well,
so
and it's been
exciting.
It is really exciting. It's been a delight hearing you talk about it as well, and the enthusiasm for the arts. There's so much more than just music. There is the fine art. There's the landscape. It's brilliant.
Come and visit us, because one of the things we say, we get a lot of regulars in the gallery and they've never bought anything. You don't have to come in. Don't have that threshold anxiety that we're going to pounce on you and make you try and find. We're not like that. We want people to see Welsh artists and be excited by it. So I was brought up in Cardiff. I moved here about 15, 16 years ago, but I could go as a child to the National Library, not the National Library, the National Museum. And here we want people locally to come in and see and enjoy. And every month we've pretty much got one or two brand new exhibitions, new artists coming in, new work we're selling all the time. So yeah, just come and enjoy Cardigan. There's so many great places to eat. There's so much going on, and there's other galleries as well. We'll tell you when you come in other places to go and see. So we're more than happy to kind of share the love. So
well, thank you so much. Looking forward to popping in myself. It sounds fantastic. It's coming up to 9:45. Gina, we haven't done this yet actually. So we've been playing Unscramble this morning for a chance to win tickets to Folly Farm, but the time has come where that is closed. So what's your ears very quickly?
Yes, there you go. That's your klaxon. So Unscramble has now closed for this morning. Did you get the right answer? Well, we'll find out very soon. We will be giving the right answer and finding out who the computer has picked to go into that main prize draw at the end of the month.
And Anne, you've been enthralling us with details of Canfas and the exhibition near the castle there in Cardigan. You've got a special Eisteddfod exhibition coming up in August, September. You've got exhibitions happening there all the time. I did mention music as well. We've handed the playlist over to our listeners and our guests this morning. What would you like us to play this morning?
Well, Milford Haven's favourite, Bride. So anything by Sarah Howells would be lovely to hear you choose. I'll leave it up to you. But yeah, one of my favourite artists.
And it's been a pleasure chatting with you. Thank you so much for your time here this morning. Hope everything goes really well and hopefully cross paths as well as the Eisteddfod draws ever nearer. Bride on the way next here on Pure West Radio.
Get your annual pass today for unlimited all year round fun and adventure.